Okay, so today we're going to do more work on straight lines. All right, so I'm going to go over a couple of questions here today, which are in the booklet. So it's up to you now to really focus and listen carefully, because you're going to be doing a couple of these questions as well as more other examples as well. So question one, I'm going to actually go over, and it says write down the equations of the lines that enclose the shaded shape. Okay, so here's the shaded shape. Here's the triangle. We want the equations of the lines. Okay, so we've got one line here, and one line here that enclose this shaded area here. Okay, now the easiest one to do is the horizontal line. Okay, so if you remember from the day, horizontal line is when we have y equals. Okay, so in this case it'll be y equals 7. Okay, because on the y-axis, right, y goes through to 7 on the y-axis. The line is going through y equals 7. So we call it y equals 7. The other way to remember as well, if you remember, you can just look at any point on that line. For instance, that coordinate there is minus 3, 7. Yeah, cross minus 3 up 7. And any other coordinate will have the same y value. So over here, maybe that would be, what would that be, 14. The x value would be going across 14 and up 7. So you can do that for any coordinate on the line, and you realise y is always equal to 7, so that's why it's called that. For the other two lines, okay, we'll start off with this one. Obviously here we'd expect this to be a positive gradient because it's increasing. We need a triangle, alright? So pick 2 points on the line, choose nice points. So maybe I'll choose that point there, and I'll choose this point here. So I'll do a small triangle in this case, alright? And I'm going across, and I'm going up. So to work out my gradient now, of course, I've got to do the rise divided by the step. So in this case, the rise is 1. Okay, so you've risen 1, and that step then going across. Okay, so 1 is the rise. The step going across then is 2, of course. Okay, so the gradient will be a half. So to get your equation, then remember it's of the form y equals mx plus c. Okay, you've got y equals, and the gradient is a half plus c. Now remember, c is where the line crosses the y-axis, so it crosses at 2 here. Be plus 2 there. You've got your equation, which is great. You can leave it like that; it's not a problem. The other way you could deal with this as well is, if you didn't want a fraction here, you could just times through everything by 2, couldn't you? You could double everything. So you end up having 2y here. If you double a half, you just get 1. Double the 2, you get 4. So you could do that as well. So that's that equation. So we've got that one there. We've got y equals 7. We just need to work out this last equation here now. Of course, if you look at this line here, it's falling, isn't it? It's going down, so it's going to have a negative gradient. So we need, again, a triangle. Okay, so choose 2 nice points. That one there, and say this one here. Okay, so 2 points, the values are easy to work out for you. Now in this case, the step, you're stepping backwards, aren't you? So if you go from this point to that point, you're stepping backwards, you're going back 3, so it's negative 3, and you're rising 6, and you're going up 6. So in this case then, the gradient will be the rise, which is 6, divided by the step, which is minus 3. Now 6 divided by 3 is 2. Here, 6 divided by 3 is 2, but because there's a minus there, it's minus 2. So the gradient is minus 2. So if y equals, okay, again going back to mx plus c, it'll be minus 2x plus then the constant. But the constant is where this line crosses the y-axis. It crosses at 11. Okay, so y equals minus 2x plus 11. Alright, so there's your 3 equations. Y equals 7, I'm underlining them. Y equals minus 2x plus 11, and 2y equals x plus 4. Alright, so that's something for you to remember there. The next question, type of question we're going to look at today, okay, I'm actually going to do question 5 for you. So if you try and remember this now carefully for later on, alright, and then you'll know how to do it. So it says here, for question 5 to 10, draw the following lines and write down the coordinate of where they intersect. Okay, so can you see you've got 2 lines, 2x plus 3y is 24, okay? And then x plus 2y is 14, right? They're 2 lines, and we want to show where they intersect. In other words, where they cross each other. All right? Now, you can do what I've taught you before. You could do a table of values for x and y, okay? You could do a table of values for x and y for each of them, and then draw your graph. There is actually a slightly quicker way, right, to draw these, and I'm going to show you the quicker way now. What you can do, right, is look at the situation where x and y are both 0, okay? And you get then two coordinates, right? Now remember I said before, straight line, 3 points is the best situation, isn't it? To get 3 points. So, and if they line up, then you've got your straight line. But you don't actually need 3 points. 2 points are good enough. So as long as you're confident you know what you're doing, 2 points will be fine. So what I mean by that is now, right, if we look at when x is 0, okay? And if we look at, let's just focus on this one to start with, right? This one here. When x is 0, think about what we have here. Okay, when x is 0, this becomes 0, doesn't it? Okay, so you'll end up having 3y equals 24. Okay, so let's just focus on that there. So 2x plus 3y is 24. And as I said, when x is 0, this goes, isn't it? Because 2 times 0 is just 0. Okay, so you're left with 3y equals 24. If 3y is 24, y will equal 24 divided by 3. And 24 divided by 3 is just 8. Okay? So you've got y to be 8 there. So you've got a coordinate, you've got a point on the line. X is 0, y is 8. Alright? Now, we need 2 points. So let's have a look at the situation now where y is 0. Okay? Because this makes it easy. If you set it to equal 0, alright? If you set one of the letters x or y to equal 0, you can easily work out the other one. So in this case now, again, you know, we use this. Y is 0, that will go, won't it? Because you end up having 2x plus 3 times 0, which is 24. 3 times 0 is nothing, so you'll end up having 2x is 24. So x will equal 24 divided by 2, so x will equal 12. Okay, so you've got your two coordinates there. X is 0, y is 8. X is 12, y is 0. Now let's look at the other one. X plus 2y equals 14, so we'll do that over here, right? So we didn't quite get what I was on about then. We'll have a look at this one now. Same situation again. We'll find 2 points. Okay, when x is 0. Okay, so if we think about it now, when x is 0, that will go. So you'll have 2y equals 14. Yeah? Which means 14 then, divided by 2 will give you y. 7. Okay? And what's great about this is then, even easier, when you set y to equal 0, well, 2y will be, that'll be 0, won't it? 2y will be 0, so you just add x is 14. So straight away you've got your answer. Okay? Fantastic. So, I've got 2 coordinates for the first line, 2 coordinates for the second line. Alright, so now let's draw the graph. And look at my scale, I need x's going up to 12 and 14. So 14 I need x to go up to. Lowest value needs to be 0. Okay. Y is 8. Y is 7 there. What I would do though is try and have a scale that has some negatives in as well, just in case. Okay. So, draw my axes here. Okay, so I need to go up to 8, don't I? So 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, 5, and so on. Now, as I said, even though we've just got positive values from our x table, from our tables up here, it's good to put some negatives in. Now I need to go all the way up to 14. I'm going to struggle with going up to 14 there, so I'm going to go up in 2s. So I'll go up in 2s, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Okay, and then I can put some negatives in there. Minus 2, minus 4, minus 6, minus 8, minus 10, minus 12, minus 14. Okay, so let's plot these points for the first graph then. 0, 8. So x is 0, y is 8 up here. Okay, x is 12, y is 0. So across 12, y is 0. So I've got my line there. Okay, now I'm going to get my other line. X is 0, y is 7. Put that point there. And then we've got x is 14, y is 0. Okay, so draw my two lines. Now you can quite clearly see that they do intersect, and they intersect here, right in the middle of that square. Okay, so we've got our intersection point in the middle there. So of course the x value there is going to be 7. Okay, and the y value, okay, because it's in between 3 and 4, it's going to be 3.5. Okay, and you've done. You've drawn two lines and you've shown where they intersect.